When I watched both of the videos on bullying and the victims of bullying, and it really struck hard with me because I have been a victim of being bullied in high school. I was physically bullied once and verbally bullied quite a few times throughout high school, and it is really difficult. So I could really connect with the victim of bullies because I know what that feels like. I know how it lowers children's self-esteem and confidence and makes them not want to socialize much, which is what happened to me. And then I found it really interesting to read what the actual bullies had to say. I can sympathize in a way that they might have a troubled childhood, a troubled life themselves. But I think that if you are troubled yourself, you should try and make everyone else's life comfortable and not make it harder on other people if you know what that feels like. That was my personal thought. As much as I sympathize, no one really knows until you've been bullied, and since I have been bullied quite a bit through high school, I really can relate, and it was really difficult for me even watching that video. I remember seeing it on the news, and I am one of those people. I definitely am proud of the victim for standing up for himself and showing that he's not going to accept whatever is happening or whatever they're doing to him. And everyone does have a breaking point. It obviously shows in that video. So I am kind of torn, but if I had to choose, I would definitely support the victims of bullies any day rather than the bullies themselves, because they can easily make someone's life a misery without even knowing. And what I find is really difficult with bullies is it's not only when you are at school or in that environment, but even when you go home and now you have the internet and Facebook and all of that, and you still get bullied. I remember when I was physically bullied that one time, it was recorded and it was put up on YouTube, and I remember people telling me about that video and how awful it was, and people still made fun of me over it because I didn't fight back or anything. And I think it's really important for parents to ask their child what's happening in school and know who they are friends with, who they hang out with, so they know kind of the company that their child is in. And I definitely told my parents. They didn't even have to ask me. I really believed in them, and I was quite scared. And I don't think that children should be afraid to go to school. School should be something fun and, a place of enjoyment and learning and knowledge, and not about going there as a fashion parade or going there to be bullied. And with teachers, I think it is a difficult spot for them because they want to do good by the school curriculum, but also by the students and the students' parents as well. I actually watched this documentary called Bully, and I think honestly that documentary should be shown in every high school or every school in the whole world, because it really shows the effects, the long-term effects, the short-term effects of bullying. Children commit suicide. Children, they don't know how to socialize after that, and I don't think that it's fair for those bullies to cut short someone else's life for their life being a misery. I think that's really unfair. So yeah, I am quite strong about bullying and what it does. And with teachers, honestly, the best thing they can do is what my teachers did for me is isolated the bully away from me. So whether that meant taking one of us out from each class so we're not in the same class, and also having teachers go around during recess time and lunchtime and just wander around the school just to see if there's any sort of behavioral problems. I think that will really help. It really helped with me. And one of my teachers actually, that girl was in my class who bullied me, and I asked him if I could wait in his classroom until my parents came and picked me up, and that helped out a lot. So I think if teachers and principals can go that mile, that little extra way, it helps so much. So that is my opinion on the video. I really enjoyed watching these videos and I couldn't wait to share my feedback and my input on it. So that's my comment.